มนจามนจา
From the time of his full enlightenment and realization of the Four Noble Truths, the fully enlightened Buddha spread his teachings for the happiness of all humanity, regardless of class or caste. Buddhism has now come to be accepted worldwide, and Buddhists everywhere in the world come together on the day of Visakha, the 15th day of the waxing moon of the 6th lunar month, to commemorate the wisdom, purity, and great compassion of the fully enlightened Buddha with celebrations and devotion. In December of 1999, the 54th General Assembly of the United Nations designated the day of Visakha as a day of universal significance for the UN and the world, commemorating the birth, enlightenment, and parinibbana of the fully enlightened Buddha, noting that the Buddha taught friendship, compassion, and forbearance for the sake of peace and happiness in line with the goals of the UN. The General Assembly called for Day of Visakha activities in May of every year at UN headquarters in New York. In 2012, Thailand served as host and organizer of activities celebrating the 9th International Day of Visakha and Puja, the 2600th anniversary of the Buddha's enlightenment. The activities were themed The Buddha's Enlightenment for the Well-Being of Humanity, confirming that the Buddha's enlightenment has for 2,600 years been for the well-being of humanity. A total of about 5,000 scholars and representatives coming from throughout the world participated in the conference. The people of the world continue to struggle against crisis and loss due to natural causes, inequality, and hatred. Education is the best way to build peace, beginning with inner peace in every individual and providing the impetus for forging new paths of thought and action. New ways of thinking and acting are needed to inject flexibility into society, and the promotion and support of a sense of global citizenship through education is a necessary step in achieving genuine and sustainable peace. The study and practice of the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha, especially the Visakha, Sila, Samadhi, Panya, convey a true understanding of what it is to be human and how to be good global citizens fulfilling the Buddhist way. The International Council of the United Nations Day of Visakha has specified the framework for this year's commemorations, with consensus on the theme, Education and Global Citizenship, a Buddhist perspective, in celebration of International Day of Visakha on the occasion of the 100th year of Thailand's Supreme Patriarch, Somdet Phra Yanasamwon, Somdet Phra Sankara, Sakhonbaha Sankapali Nayok. Activities are to be held at the United Nations Conference Center, Rajdananok Avenue, Bangkok, and Putamonton, Nakhon Pathom. Thailand's Supreme Sangha Council and the Thai government have delegated to Mahachulalongkorn Rajavidyalaya University with Most Venerable Professor Dr. Prat Promandit, Supreme Sangha Council member and President of the Organizing Committee for the International Buddhist Conference as Rector, the task of organizing activities for the 10th International Visakha Day at the UN Conference Center, Bangkok, May 21 and 22, 2013. The focus of this year's Day of Visakha International Conference is Education and Global Citizenship, a Buddhist Perspective. As part of the search for unity and harmony, building up sustainable peace for all humanity with education as major tool in building human potential through knowledge and wisdom. Participants in the conference will gain an understanding of the concept of global citizenship and will learn about global education. These are all perspectives of the Puja, preserved by the diligent efforts of the Visakha for the welfare of all, that all may go beyond the suffering. The Buddhists of the world, together with the United Nations, are prepared to celebrate the International Day of Visakha, cooperating in creating alternatives for the application of the Buddha for social and economic development, and proclaiming the way of Buddhism on the world stage as a major global civilization, through scholarship, devotion, and through the example of our way of life.